Folks, thanks for joining us today. My name's John Dubas with Premier Marketing, and we'll be spending the next 50 to 60 minutes discussing a carrier in the Medicare supplement market that we at Premier feel is a must-have for your portfolio going into AEP and throughout the following year here in 2023. Hard to say that date already, but that's where we're going. We'll be spending this time in a recorded presentation, and that recording will be available on our website at premiersmi.com and on our YouTube channel as well. You'll notice in the software package there is a section for both questions and answers, or questions and chat. We ask that you put your questions in the questions box, and we'll check periodically to make certain that we cover all of the inquiries that are put there. We want you to get full value out of today's presentation. And so these presentations are also aimed at agents across the spectrum of familiarity with both our organization and our partners that we present today. And so you'll see some remedial pieces, but then a dive into what Allstate, formerly National General, has to offer for you throughout the year. And with that, we'll start with a little bit of level set as to who Premier Marketing is. We're a national marketing organization that's part of the Integrity Marketing Platform. Offices across the country. We're licensed in all 50 states, and we offer insurance services as a wholesaler working through independent insurance agents such as yourself, with contracts available at the highest possible commission levels and recruiting contracts available to those who qualify. And we do so through a full portfolio of products. So all of the health programs that are aimed at the Medicare population, including Medicare Advantage, Medicare Supplement plans, and the Part D prescription drug programs, but also a full portfolio of life insurance and final expense products, including pre-need plans, long and short-term care and disability income plans, and ancillary benefits such as dental, vision, hearing, critical illness and cancer plans, hospital indemnity, accident, and telehealth programs. When you get into specifics in the Medicare Advantage world, all those national carriers are there for you, and many of the strong regionals. And that same philosophy carries over into prescriptions drug programs, those standalone programs that are normally part of the contract that you have with an MA carrier. A couple of exceptions: Mutual of Omaha, it's a separate contract from their other products, and Clever RX is actually a discount program and not a Part D program. When we look at Medicare supplements, we have a large portfolio of programs there for you and different programs to help support this effort. We feel it's important that you have a variety of programs to fit the individual Medicare beneficiary, and Medicare supplements are a key component in that offering. Same thing applies with the ancillary products. In each of these categories, you have the national leaders there for you, and we'll briefly discuss a portion of those here today, which I need to relabel here. This is important overall because we find through the different studies that we access that a whole lot of folks in the Medicare world are not examining their programs year over year. And that includes the Medicare Advantage programs that are pursued so vociferously on television by different advertising quirks and celebrities and everything like that. But that's also part of the process that people aren't taking advantage of or doing on a regular basis when their base coverage is traditional Medicare, which tells us they may have other coverages they need to examine. So we want to make certain that we're able to deliver the information they need in the fashion they need it. So either face-to-face or virtually or a combination thereof, and hence a relationship with organizations that are able to help support us in that area. Because let's face it, the pandemic has forced different people in different demographics that may not have been as familiar with electronic delivery of information to become much more increasingly digitally savvy, as it says on this slide. So the Medicare population, we look at over 3 years of training now, put to them by their doctors, by their specialists, by their dentists, by hospitals, even their faith-based families, are all delivering services of sort on a digital basis. So we want to make certain that we have the capability of delivering the information that way, and taking advantage of how that can help us as agents become more efficient and effective. So we've asked our friends over at Allstate to come on and give us some help in delivering information you need to assure yourself that you need this carrier as part of your overall portfolio. So at this time, I'd like to introduce Craig Rydzeski. Is that close, Craig?
Yep, you got it. That was pretty close.
Okay, I'm going to turn control over to him. You see his visage. I'm not operating my webcam because I think most of the rooms that your agents are in, well, you'd have an exodus of bugs. So we want to make certain that we do it that way. But the helm is turned over to you, Craig.
All right. Well, hey, John, thank you so much. And, I love just hearing, everything that you guys are doing, because you guys definitely do a great job of supporting your agents and ensuring that they are, very well, I guess, kept in the loop as far as new options, new plans, and of course, keeping your ear to the ground as far as, what's the latest and greatest, and making sure that your agents are apprised of all that great information. So thank you so much, John. I appreciate you allowing me to be here today. And thank you for those that have attended, of course, or that are listening to the recording. Definitely appreciate the opportunity to speak with you here. Of course, National General / Allstate. We aren't a new company, but we've been doing a lot of new things over the past couple of years. And so, again, I'm really, really excited to have the opportunity to finally speak with you guys here and present some of our senior options and what we're doing in the senior market to presumably change the Medicare supplement space. Of course, here's a little overview about myself. I am the Director of Senior Product Sales with National General, and I manage our national accounts here. I am locally based in Fort Worth, Texas, or around thereabouts, in the DFW area at least. And I've been in the industry, Medicare industry, for about 18 years. So I've started off at the carrier level. I've bounced around being an agent and a broker myself, selling multiple carriers, multiple products to thousands of individuals nationwide. And then came back into another carrier role here with National General and Allstate. And I'm really, really, really excited. Again, I've seen so many different things over the years of being in the Medicare space. And I can honestly and truly say that I am excited about what we are doing here today. Again, Medicare supplement market being what it is, an F is an F, a G is a G, an N is an N. So what makes one company different than the others? Well, it's going to be in not just the rates, but primarily it's going to be in the administration of those programs, the tools and the resources that are available within those programs, and obviously, of course, the rating of those programs. And so I'll show you a brief overview of who we are as a company, and I'll try to touch on all of those various components here to try to help you really understand the value add of contracting with National General / Allstate Health Solutions to be what I'd like to think as your one-stop shop and at least a solution for all, or a solution for many, if not all. So with that, here's a little bit about who we are. So again, you hear me talking about National General, but then you hear me say Allstate. Well, that's because National General as a whole is primarily who we are as a company. We trace our roots back to 1940, 1939. So we are not a new carrier by any means, but the things that we're doing, some of the things that we're doing are fairly new. But then, of course, when you look back at National General, we've historically gone by Time Insurance Company, Intigon, or maybe even GMAC. These are names that we've historically gone by through previous charters, et cetera, on the various product lines, which may resonate with some of your senior clients. However, if we fast forward to where we are today, at the beginning of 2021, we are pleased to announce that we were acquired by Allstate. And so that now has made National General / National Health Insurance Company an Allstate company. Now, even from 2021 to current, of course, some things have changed as well. But as a whole, Allstate, as it stands, is about a $51 billion company. So, I think they're a little, financially secure there. We serve about 191 million policyholders to date across the nation. So I think that actually translates to about a third of the entire U.S. has some form of policy with Allstate. And then, of course, we have about 54,000 employees to support those lines of business. Okay. Now, since the acquisition, we've been working really hard with Allstate to help them understand, of course, the vision of what we have with our senior products as well as our individual product lines. And 18 months later, they have finally blessed us with the brand of Allstate. And so I am ecstatic to be able to say that Allstate has created its own separate vertical for all of our health products. So we now have, and if you're contracted with us, you now have the opportunity to offer a broad portfolio of individual sales options, which consist of Medicare Supplement, short-term medical, accident, dental, vision, hearing, critical illness, hospital indemnity, as well as association discount programs, all brought to you through the Allstate Health Solutions product line. So if that isn't game changing, I don't know what else is. Actually, I've got a couple of ideas, which I'll show you in just a minute here. But not only do we have a broad portfolio of products that just makes it really super easy to help you help as many people as possible, but we've also got industry-leading technology, back office support, great customer service to not only ensure that you get the support and the access to the information that you need, but so do your clients, all right? And so do our members. So that's one of the things that we like to focus on, is ensuring that we have solutions that can serve multiple populations, and then of course solutions to make things as easy for the agent to access as possible. Okay, so with that, of course, how have we gone about doing so? Well, we now have our Allstate Health Solutions Medicare Supplement program. Okay, so now you can say that, of course, your clients are in good hands with Allstate's Medicare Supplement program. We are an A+ rated company, so as far as financial solvency is concerned, we are superior rated with AM Best. I don't know if it gets much better than that. And then, of course, we look at innovation. Of course, over the past couple of years, we have been looking at what we can do to, again, change the Medicare supplement market. I think the agents and just the individuals, members themselves, are screaming for a change. And we have heard that because, again, every couple of years, it seems like companies roll out, they come out with a new charter, the rates get reset, and then, of course, we kind of go through this process of, over the next 5-6 years, minimal increases year over year, et cetera. What we're trying to do is, of course, change that mentality. And so we're looking to make a big splash with our 25% stackable discounts. That's correct. You heard me right. We offer up to 25% in stackable discounts. Okay. It's not just a roommate. It's not just a dual applicant, let's say. I'll get to all the details in a moment here, but if your client qualifies for all, they can qualify for up to 25% off their rate. So it's pretty tangible savings, if you ask me. Furthermore, we carry those savings over into our dental plans as well. So if they have, of course, a preferred rate, or also are bundling their dental with one of our other products, they can save up to 20% off our dental premiums. And then, of course, if we get into technology, we've really taken a long, hard look over the past year or so, couple of years, to ensure that our technology is as streamlined as one could possibly make it. Okay. So what we've done is we've built instant decision into our electronic application form, which basically means that if it's an underwritten case, the health questions and the RX information will come up first. Okay. If it's not underwritten, of course, if it's open enrollment or GI, it is only giving you the information that you absolutely need to complete and fill in order to process that application. Okay. Of course, language is specific to the state in which business is being conducted in, so you don't have to worry about misstating something or not offering or presenting something that should be available, because that's offered in that market. But furthermore, you also don't need to worry about, of course, anything else out there that could throw an anomaly, right? So if it's underwritten, it's going to identify to you if that is a viable candidate sooner rather than later. And again, just really streamlines the process to ensure that anything that's being submitted is viable or is being called out as what the opportunities are. And then, of course, getting that decision as quickly as possible. So 95% of all electronic applications submitted are either approved or declined within a minute or so. And of course, those other 5% that maybe do need additional review are being completed within about an hour or two. And that's just simply because the instant decision feature works very well, therefore eliminating the actual amount of paper that my underwriters have to deal with. Therefore, they can get to some of these other additional cases and reviews that much quicker. So all of that just translates to you being able to set more clear expectations with your clients and help eliminate any questions and uncertainties thereafter. Of course, the last thing that we want is for a new client to have any sort of angst about what they just decided upon or what they just elected. And so being able to provide them with an ID card right then and there, once the policy is issued, is huge, along with providing them access to a copy of their completed application form, again, right then and there. So we're doing everything that we can to try to make it, again, as streamlined and easy for you to sell and set more clear expectations with your clients on the go forward. And then if last but not least, I just throw it in here just because I don't see many carriers doing it. It isn't used as often as maybe one would think, but we do honor any day effective date. So if the client, for whatever circumstance happened and they find out that they do not have coverage and they need a new plan to start tomorrow, as long as they can go through and bind and get that policy completed and paid today, provided it's issued, we will honor any day as an effective date. So let's get into some of the details of the multi-discount Medicare supplement options, okay? So what we did is we've been taking a long, hard look at all these various options. And again, we want to try to get our rates down as low as we possibly can while still making sure that, of course, it's beneficial to all involved. So we offer a 7% roommate discount. And in most markets, it is a true roommate discount, okay? Again, most markets, there is no requirement of them being married to that other individual, and there is no requirement of them or that other individual also being a member with us, okay? Again, in most markets, as long as they are living with somebody who is 50 years of age or older for 1 year or longer, they can get the 7% discount, okay? Now, we decided to take it one step further and say, okay, well, let's say that other individual in the house is also eligible for Medicare, and let's say they're also interested in the coverage as well. Well, if that other individual also applies for coverage along with the other person, they can both get 10% off of the rate instead of 7%, okay? Now, obviously, you may deal with situations where one person's in that open enrollment, the other person has to go through underwriting, and therefore the person who's going through underwriting may not get elected or may not get issued, okay? Well, that's why I harp here and say as long as they both apply, okay? Because there's no requirement of both of these policies being issued in order for them to get the 10%, okay? Let's say that you submit paper applications for both of them, one gets approved, the other gets declined. Well, because they both applied, the one that got issued will get the 10%, okay? So just keep that in mind, that this is truly a valuable offering, okay? It's not like some other companies where if both aren't issued, nobody gets it, okay? If one of them is issued, as long as they both applied, the one that's issued would get the 10%, okay? Now, furthermore, we took another step and we found that about 8% of our entire block of business was already paying their premiums annually with no form of incentive, okay? So we decided to explore that a little bit further. I figured, you know what? If we incentivize it, I bet you we could get that amount up to about 40 to 50%. Well, right now, since we launched this in February, we're seeing that about 35% of all apps being submitted have the annual premium pay discount on it, okay? Just goes to show you guys, not people are always willing to just pay monthly. Sure, that may be easiest for them or most convenient for them, but if they're being offered an opportunity to pay annually, especially with a 10% discount, it's likely they're going to take it. And the amount of savings they'll get with that will make us the lowest premium in the market, and it's going to make things that much more convenient for them, as well as it's also going to provide you guys with a little bit more commission up front. Most comps are paid on an as-earned basis, and so if they're paying their monthly premium month to month, year over year, you're just going to earn your percentages based off of what they're paying as they pay it. Okay, so think of it. If they're paying annually, you're going to get a bigger chunk up front for them paying annually than paying monthly. And then secondly, that allows you more time to focus on acquiring more business because you're not calling them as frequently, you're not following up with them as frequently. And again, that just lends to more time being spent on acquiring new business. Okay, so we see that there's a lot of opportunity that benefits not just the member, but even you as the agent when your clients pay annually. So more to come with that. And then last but not least, we decided to offer an activity tracker discount, which gives them 5% off. Again, the technological era is upon us. Retirees are a little bit more savvy these days, as well as a little bit more planful. They have a little bit more money. And, now that the kids are out, they want to have all these cool gizmos and gadgets to compete with their friends, right? But at the very least, a lot of them are just interested in maintaining their health. It's a different mindset these days. And so a lot of people do have an iPhone or an Apple Watch, maybe even a Fitbit, okay? These are all devices that are compatible and they can register on our portal to get a 5% discount, okay? Now, there is no minimum requirements. We aren't monitoring their blood pressure, heart rate, or anything like that. And it's not like we're going to send them a shock if we see that they're just sitting on their couch all day, okay? The only step that they are required to take is the one step to register the device on our portal. That's it, okay? After they've registered their device, the discount maintains and they're good to go, all right? So again, we're not going to be poking them, we're not going to mess with them, and we definitely do not share any of that data. Anything that may be passed through and or shared is secured and stabilized in our member database, and again, is protected for all of our members, okay? Now, furthermore, we decided to take this one step further, and we rolled out a new underwriting class that we call Preferred Select, okay? Preferred Select is basically us taking our preferred block and cutting it in half, okay? And so again, I don't think it takes a rocket scientist, but these lower values typically translate to better health or less claims utilization. And therefore, we felt that if we could get a group of individuals that qualified at a stricter height and weight tolerance and no tobacco, as well as aren't taking any medication for depression over the past 5 years, that this Preferred Select underwriting class can offset historical risks on our preferred and standard block to where it'll help us maintain a better rate position over a longer period of time, okay? And so, again, yes, there are some savings and or discounts to be had on the Preferred Select block. However, those discounts will vary based off of their age at enrollment and other market factors. So I don't want to focus so much on, oh my gosh, the new Preferred Select underwriting block, it's going to save you a ton of money. But what I would look at it as is Allstate's got all these great discounts that are going to save you money right from the get-go. And if you qualify for their Preferred Select underwriting class, it can help maintain those discounts over a longer period of time, okay? So again, I wouldn't harp on it as much and I wouldn't put much emphasis on Preferred Select being discount savings, etc. But again, focus on the discounts, focus on the rates with the discounts and selling that as the name and the premium and the plans, okay? And come over the top with, if they're eligible for Preferred Select, that should stabilize their rate over a longer period of time, okay? Now, here is a map that just kind of shows an overview of where we offer benefits, okay? So if this map shows a color of any sort, whether it's blue, green, orange, or gray, we offer supplemental benefits within those states, okay? Washington State and these upper New England states, we aren't there just yet, okay? But if it's on here, we've got Medicare Supplement available. These blue states, we have our standard roommate discount and are awaiting approval on these other multi-discounts so we can roll them out. Likely, I'd expect additional movement in Q1 or Q2 of next year, Okay, however, all the states that are green currently have our multi-discounts available. And then these states in orange just came online October 1st with the multi-discounts ratings as well, okay? Now, furthermore, what else is new is aside from adding additional states that offer the multi-discounts in there, which again, lend up to 25% savings to your clients, we also went through and did some rate reductions over this past few months as well, where nothing changed. Again, still the same brand, still the same charter, still the same name, but all we did is simply reduce the pricing in these markets, which translated anywhere from an 8 to 10% savings, okay? Now, basically, just to help you understand the mindset behind that is as we engaged with Allstate, we explained to them our story and what we were looking to accomplish. And they said, well, if you're going to go about doing so, we want to make the biggest splash out there. So let's go ahead and let's reduce the rates in these other markets to align and give a better rate position for those T65 markets to just ensure that we're hitting the market as hard as we possibly can, okay? So again, if that doesn't show that Allstate is committed to being a leading provider in the senior product space, I don't know what else we could do that shows that we will or that we are, okay? Now, furthermore, if the rate reduction isn't compelling enough, we went as far as, again, now we rolled out a new charter, which is, again, Allstate Health Solutions. And if you use any of these comparative rating tools like CSG Actuarial or anything else like that, Medicare Center, things like that, of course, Allstate Health Solutions is what you're going to see in all of these comparative ratings, okay? We're doing that intentionally because we want to ensure that there is a clear brand message. No matter what the charter name might be on the paper, we are Allstate Health Solutions, and we want to build the brand and the story around Allstate Health Solutions. So let's focus on that, okay? So in these markets, Arizona, Colorado, Illinois, South Carolina, and Texas, specifically, it is Allstate Health Solutions. There's no need to recontract if you're already with us, and any current members, there's no need to re-enroll or make any changes, okay? They'll get new ID cards, they'll get new product materials, anything that would affect their current benefits. Of course, we'll make sure that they get the updated information as quickly as possible, okay? But what all this translates to is really just the ability to say that Allstate now has Medicare supplement coverage. We've got the leading rates in most of these markets. We are still pending approvals in Pennsylvania and New Jersey. We expect that we'll have those shortly, and we'll be able to roll those by around February, okay? But in essence, what all this translates to is having leading market rates. And here's just an example of how we look for a 65-year-old on Plan G here in the Texas area as an example. So our composite rate in and of itself at $92 is pretty competitive. I think there's only one company here that I see that beats that. But as you look into other markets and other areas, you start adding our discounts, whether it's the wearable, the annual pay, or a combination of all of those, you can see we have rates that will drop down to as low as $78 a month. Okay, when you look at that compared to somebody else, there really isn't anybody close to that. And so our savings, when you can add all the discounts together, that can translate up to $20, $25, sometimes even $30 per month in savings, where when you annualize that, that translates to a couple $100. Or they're now saving 2, maybe 3 months worth of premium payments, where again, that can help them buy some Christmas presents. That can help them buy their medication. That can help them buy a dental or other product that they feel is important for the needs that they present, okay? So we're really excited to be able to offer these low benefits and great rates to ensure that your clients can get a comprehensive package at a reasonable price. This is just another example of in other markets what those rate reductions translated to. So again, on average, they're saving about $10 a month just by us reducing those rates, okay? So of course, one would say, just as a recap, Medicare supplement, we've got up to 25% stackable discounts, got all the same great benefits with any day effective date that anybody else would offer. So one would then ask, well, what else do you guys do? Do you have a hearing plan? Do you offer silver sneakers or any fitness programs? Well, we do. And so we've integrated Amplifon hearing benefits into all of our Medicare supplement programs, okay? That's available at no additional cost. They can get a $75 hearing exam at Amplifon, or if they went to a Miracle Ear location, they can get that hearing evaluation free of charge, okay? Now, further, we've reworked the program to be more transparent. And therefore, doing so, we now could offer hearing aids starting at $700. That gives the member the opportunity to plan a little bit better. You know, they know they're going to be looking at about $700 for hearing aids. They can plan accordingly to save that money in the event that that's something they're going to be needing. Obviously, if they want higher technology or more bells and whistles added in there, of course, they do continue to go up, but starting at 700 is where they can get in at. Also, 1 year's worth of follow-up care. They can go to the doctor and get their follow-up visits without having to pay. We'll give them 2 years worth of batteries and then a 3-year warranty. If I can, for just a moment, this 1 year of follow-up care, I'd say this in and of itself is beneficial. My daughter wears hearing aids and she just recently had to get some new ones. And it's one of those things where the doctor wants to see her once, if not twice a week for 6 weeks to make sure that her devices are finely tuned to her specific need. The reason why that's so important is, frankly, if it's not tuned in correctly, it can cause headaches, dizziness, nauseousness, and just overall make you feel crummy. Again, in all honesty, this 1 year of follow-up care at no cost is huge, knowing that they can go and do what they need to make sure it's working optimally for them without having to come out of pocket anything else, okay? So again, all of this is included, no additional cost within all of our Medicare supplement programs. Now further, we use Active and Fit, and we turned it into a direct program during COVID to just make sure that all of our members could continue to stay active and fit despite being locked up in their home, okay? So as it stands right now, they can continue using this as long as they have access to internet and a device that supports the technology. They can log into their member portal and access Active and Fit Direct anytime they want to without having to pay for it, okay? However, if they do want to start going back to the gym, like most people are starting to do these days, they just activate the gym membership for $25 a month. There's no long-term contract, so they can cancel whenever they want to. And basically doing so gives them access to over 10,000 fitness centers across the nation. They can go where they want, how they want, when they want. They're not restricted or limited. And again, they can cancel whenever they want to without any early, disenrollment fees or anything else like that, okay? Basically, it's a convenience fee. I know there are others that are likely out there for less, but again, this gives them convenience of access and doing what they want, where they want, when they want, for $25 a month, all right? So those are kind of our added services that come with all of the Medicare supplement program. So I'd say that we're right in line with virtually every other carrier out there, except we've got an edge with our discounts and of course our branding as well. So let's talk a little bit about some additional benefits. I'm going to go through this pretty quickly because again, mainly Medicare supplement is going to be our flagship and that's where to go. But I also want to make sure that you guys at least have a decent understanding of some of the other products that we do offer within our senior portfolio as well, okay? So I talked a moment ago about dental, vision, and hearing. Okay, we do offer a senior dental and vision program that has hearing benefits included in it as well, okay? Like I stated before, we like to offer discounts wherever we can. So if your client has not had any major dental work in the past 12 months, they can get a 10% preferred discount as well. And then furthermore, again, if they're buying Medicare supplement and our dental plan all in the same enrollment cart, they can get an additional 10% bundling discount off the dental plan as well, okay? So again, there's the potential of saving 25% off their med sub. And then of course, they can save up to 20% off their dental plan. Pretty cool. I think that's a pretty good opportunity to offer great benefits for some pretty significantly savings. Now, definitely an overview, the dental plan, it is a standalone option. One can buy dental all by itself all day long if they want to, okay? However, if they want the vision plan, vision has to be added with a dental plan. Okay, so when you go through and you're quoting, you would check a vision box under the level of dental benefit they want, and then add that dental plan to the cart, and therefore they would be getting both. Okay, if they just want dental, don't check any boxes for vision, and they'll just get the dental plan. Okay, the dental plan is an optional PPO through Aetna's administrative network. Okay, so again, it's the Aetna administrative PPO network that we do use. Benefits consist of up to 25% day one for major dentures and implant services on our highest plan, which is plan number 3. Okay, so again, if you didn't catch that, that's day one benefits. There's no 6-month waiting period, 12-month waiting period. Okay, again, if they get plan number 3, plan number 3 will give them day one benefits with 25% coverage on major dentures and implant services. Okay. Furthermore, up to 100% on basic coverage. Okay, so in that first year, the benefit would be 50% on basic coverage. And then in the second year, when the benefits double up, that 50% would turn into 100%. Okay, so more to come on that, but again, a very solid benefit, again, because there's no waiting period. They can get their major services, their dentures, and their implants from day one. Now further, vision benefits, again, can also be added, but they have to be added with the dental, okay? Now with vision, we work with the Avesis network, and we chose them specifically because they provide the most access points across the nation. Being able to use JCPenney, Walmart, Costco, Pearl Vision, VisionWorks, and many, many more are all a part of the Avesis network. And we just felt that that would give a convenient access point to virtually all members across the nation. Okay. Now the vision plan does have, exams, glasses, frames, and most add-ons are covered all within just the plan. Okay. So here's an overview of the dental plans. We do have 3 options, level 1, 2, and 3. Level 1 is basically your entry level, basic focus on basic and preventative services. Level 2 has a little bit of your basic and preventative with a little bit in the major and dentures. And then of course, plan number 3 is going to be our highest plan. Of course, doing your preventative and basic with major dentures and implants. Okay, and as you can see, the benefits double up in that second year. So $1,500 annually for the first year as an annual max, and then of course $3,000 in that second year. Okay. Here's an overview of the vision benefits. So again, we have a low option for about $9 a month, and then the high option, which is $19 a month. Okay. The biggest difference between is the high plan gives you a $200 max every year with a $25 copay, whereas the low plan only gives you a $130 max every 2 years. Okay. Furthermore, lens packages, the high plan includes scratch resistance, UV tinted lenses, no additional cost, whereas the other plan is just discounted. Okay, so again, for $19 a month, I feel that the high plan is probably going to be the lead plan that most people will go with. Okay, here's a map just showing where we offer those DVH programs. So pretty wide footprint there. And then let's talk about our association and our indemnity program real quick. So our association program is basically a discount program. Think of it as a social program that gives discounts and resources on, again, all types of things that exist within somebody's home, okay, within their community. Furthermore, it's a discount. So if they like telemed, telemed's become huge over the past couple of years. If they want access to telemed, sell them our association plan. $15 a month. It'll give them access to telemed, podiatry, up to 45% discounts off of LASIK, lab screening, chiropractic. Alternative care is something that is really becoming popular these days. So if they like that, hey, the My Life Senior could work for them, as well as provide dental, vision, and hearing discounts. Maybe they don't want to spend the money on a plan, but they'd like to get some savings if they need those benefits. Okay, the My Life Association is a great option for that. And again, it's only $15 a month. There's a lot that they get for that $15 a month. Okay. Now, furthermore, we offer hospital indemnity. We call it limited med or senior indemnity. simply because it goes above and beyond just hospitalization like most others do, okay? So this could be a niche offering. We've got 5 benefit levels, okay? Plan 1, 2, and 3 are our max level plans that are designed for people that don't have Medicare, don't qualify for Medicare, or don't have a component of Medicare, and again, are just simply looking for something to kind of help them fill some of the gaps in their out-of-pocket costs, okay? We also have plan 4 and 5, which are more geared towards those that already have insurance, because the premiums are less expensive, the benefit is slightly less, but it still can help backfill some of the gaps that their current plan may have, okay? So again, qualifications 55 through 74, dependents up to 26, and there's about 5 underwriting questions that they do have to qualify for, okay? Provided all of that falls in line, the plan will renew through 85 as long as they continue to pay their premiums, okay? Here's a map that just shows the footprint of where our indemnity and our association programs are available. So we've got a pretty vast footprint that you can offer it there. And then here's just an overview, like I said. So our max level plans 1, 2, 3. Let's say somebody is not a US citizen, therefore they don't qualify for Medicare, but they don't want to spend $500 on premiums for an ACA plan or anything else. For $200 a month, they can get plan number 3, which would reimburse up to $500 twice a year for hospital admission, up to $1,000 a day for up to 31 days per calendar year, whether it's due to sickness or injury, okay? And then of course, plans 4 or 5, again, are slightly lower benefits, and they're gonna cost a little bit less because again, they're geared more towards those that already have maybe a Medicare Advantage plan. Maybe they have plan N or plan G, where there are copays, there are deductibles that they're looking to be able to recoup, okay? So again, max plans, those that don't have any other insurance, because they're gonna cost a little bit more, because they're gonna give a higher benefit. And then the base plans, again, they already have insurance, but they're willing to spend $30, $40 a month to help cover the gaps within their current insurance, okay? Again, some of the areas to point out, we cover 31 days. Most other hospital indemnity plans only cover up to 20 or 22. Okay, so we've got an advantage there. Okay, we offer office visits, preventative care, as well as urgent care, where again, only most other hospital indemnity plans only cover inpatient hospitalization. We also cover radiology, as well as laboratory services, as well as transitional care and emergency and ambulance services, okay? So again, our programs are going to go a little bit above and beyond compared to most other hospital indemnity programs. So again, it may not be a perfect fit for everybody, but if they're stuck, if they need something, if they can't pass this, if they're not eligible for Medicare, and again, they're just looking for something that can help them, these indemnity programs could be a great option for your clients, okay? So definitely keep it in mind. Now, last but certainly not least, we look at every area to where we can offer something that'll help somebody. And final expense seems to be one of those programs that is growing in popularity. So as of February next year, we're slated to roll out our final expense plan. Our final expense plan will have preferred and standard rate structures, eligibility for ages 50 through 80, instant issue options up to 50K as a face mount, available riders to include terminal illness, AD&D, grandchild riders, so a grandchild policy, automatic, active and fit, Allstate indemnity protection, and we're looking to be able to roll this in Q1 in about 25 states, okay? So definitely more to come here, but if we just kind of take a step back here real quick, Medicare Supplement, Senior Dental and Vision, Hospital Indemnity or Senior Indemnity, an association or a discount program, and now final expense, that's just on our senior portfolio. Then you add short-term medical, dental, vision, accident, critical illness, all these other programs on our under 65 side. When it comes down to it, guys, when you're looking for a strong company to partner with that's going to help you be reputable no matter where you're doing business, Allstate has the market peg, because from birth all the way up through retirement. We've got a product to serve every need within there. We've got the household recognition or the brand recognition with Allstate. I mean, everybody knows Allstate. Yeah, I don't think that you can really get a stronger package than contracting with Allstate Health Solutions. All right. So I know I'm biased, and of course, I feel like everything that we're doing is the best thing since sliced bread. I know there's definitely opportunities, but with everything that we're doing and everything we've talked about thus far, I hope you guys see it as well. And I hope this has been compelling enough to prompt you to want to get contracted with Allstate Health Solutions / National General. We're definitely here, and I can honestly say that you would be in great hands selling our products to your clients. Now, last but certainly not least, quoting and enrollment. Again, we've got technology, so quoting using CSG, super easy. You fill in the information, you hit get quotes, and it's going to display some options, okay? I do want to talk about it real quick just because, again, we changed the market and CSG is doing a great job, but it's not as clear as one would hope, okay? So because of all of our discounts, you kind of have to look at CSG a little bit differently. And you're going to see that we come back, we're going to have 4 or 5 listings at the top, okay? All of that just means these are all the various, I'll say, calculations that one can qualify for, okay? Now, I can say if you come into here, and when I use CSG, if I saw that one company occupied the top 5 spots, you know what? I was just going to go into that company directly and go in and quote it and do the enrollment right there on the portal. And I'd urge you to do the same, okay? But if you'd like additional information and you're in CSG, just simply click on that drop-down arrow to the side, look at the rating class, okay? And this is going to show you that this rate is compiling our preferred select underwriting class, our wearable discount, and the household or dual enrollment discount, okay? Now also you'll notice that it is in annualized premium. So you want to make sure that you check this box on the side for the annual rate to ensure that if your client's willing or in a position to pay annually, that it is pulling in that additional discounted amount, okay? So with that, you've got all that checked. Now you're going to see that this is a rate for somebody who's paying annually, preferred select underwriting, wearable and or household or dual discount, okay? Now, if that isn't your client, then you maybe need to look at something else. Preferred select with just the standard 7 household discount, okay? Or if you're just like I used to do, look at this at a glance, notice Allstate Health Solutions is the lowest in the market. I'm just going to go into their portal and I'm just going to run the quote, okay? So you can come into here, log into your agent back office portal with us, okay? These are all kinds of guides and quick links that you can use to access all the various plan materials and information. But you can also just go up here to the top and click on Quote Senior, okay? When you do so, it's going to bring you to our portal, which is called enrollnatgen.com, okay? You'll already be logged in, but you can just simply come directly to this portal. Put that into the address, hit enter, type in your username and password, and once you're logged in, you're going to come to our default site, okay? So to run a quote, you can just continue here, or if you needed a pickup on a saved application that you started earlier, you can do so by clicking on the application section. Within here, you can also download ID cards for your clients, as well as the completed application form once it's been submitted, okay? Contact us. It's all the contact information you're going to need to get in touch with us for various areas. Underwriting guide, downloads, materials, all of that is where you would access all the particular plan materials and information, okay? To run the quote, like I said, just simply follow it step by step by filling in the information. Click on quote now, okay? It's going to default to MedSup. So this is where, let's say they only wanted dental and vision, just simply click on dental and vision, fill in the information, get the quote, okay? However, for MedSup, again, select the enrollment type, select if they were eligible for MACRA, okay? So again, you're just simply filling in all the various components of the quote to ensure that you're getting accurate information, okay? Once all this has been filled in, it's going to tell you, oh, they're eligible for the preferred select underwriting class or not, okay? Then you come down here and you're going to click on calculate discount, okay? Right over here. this box is going to open up, and this is where you're just going to want to read these questions to them verbatim. Okay, answer them accurately, and then hit get quotes at the bottom. It'll bring you back out to the page. Okay, it'll show you an overview of all the various discounts your client is eligible for. If you need to edit that, go ahead and do so. But if all of this looks good, okay, we've updated it since to where now it shows the annual with the monthly down below as well, so that way we don't have to do the calculation manually. But if all of this pans out and everybody's still on the same page, you just simply add this to the cart. Once you do it, the cart will look like this. Another box is going to pop up that says, hey, are you interested in additional savings by adding dental to this plan? If you are, click on it. If they don't, then just proceed. You just simply click on apply and just follow the steps. Okay, I didn't put all the various steps of the enrollment or of the application process in here because, again, it is just that straightforward, where as long as you just simply follow the steps, answer all the questions, and fill all the information in, it'll guide you through the application process. Okay, and once you get to the end, we've got a plan and review screen where, again, it gives you the option to just really review everything, make sure it's all accurate and complete. And if everything's good, just hit submit and you're on and running. Okay. Now, once they've completed their enrollment, again, you can go back to that application screen. I'm going to back up here really quick. Okay, so once you've submitted the application and they've completed their signature, okay, come up here into applications, hit refresh. And once that policy is issued, it'll give you the policy number, as well as it'll give you a copy of the ID card and a copy of the application that you can download. Okay, if your client's there with you in the office, those are forms, those are things you can provide to them right then and there. You can email it to them, whichever you prefer. But again, we do that intentionally to ensure that when they leave your office, 9 times out of 10, they leave there knowing that their policy's been issued, they have their ID card, and they know that they've been accepted under the new policy with us. Therefore, they can take whatever action that they need to do with their existing coverage and feel confident that everything is good to go with us. Okay. Now, once they do that, okay, as part of their welcome package and or welcome email, they get this email, okay, and they will be guided to My Allstate Health Solutions. Okay, this is their member portal. Okay, this is where they can log in and they can create their own member account. They can view their policy documents, download ID cards, connect their activity tracker, or activate Active and Fit as well. Okay, so again, this is where they would go as a member to access all the various components and resources for their plan. Now, as an agent, you can go to allstatehealth.com, just click on agents and brokers. You can download materials, or you can access all the plan materials in the downloads section of the quoting and online enrollment portal as well. All right, guys, I know I've talked your ear off. I know I've probably talked about a lot of various things, so we're all probably deer in headlights. But I hope that, of course, as a recap, the information about, of course, our Medicare supplement programs, our rebranding to Allstate Health Solutions, our multi-discount programs, as well as our various senior product portfolio components have all resonated into reasons why you need a contract with Allstate Health Solutions. Again, we are a carrier that has a product to serve every need from birth now through retirement, and we're doing things in a way where you can offer lowest rates with a reputable company with what I would say the ability to feel confident that your client is going to be in good hands with Allstate Health Solutions. So if there are any questions, concerns, you can always feel free to reach out to Premier. They're great, they're here, and they're always willing to help with any questions and or contracting that you need. However, if there's any product specific questions and you want to reach out to me, here's my contact information. Feel free to do so. I'm happy to help with any of those questions that I can. However, when it comes to contracting, I will direct you back to Premier to ensure that, of course, they can get you set up appropriately. All right. So with that being said, you guys, I thank you for your time and your patience. Thank you for allowing me to talk to you about all of these great options with Allstate Health Solutions. And I hope you guys have a great rest of the day, great rest of the week, and a super successful annual enrollment season selling Allstate Health Solutions. Really, really appreciate you guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Craig. I really appreciate the presentation. You're very thorough. And I think people, once they listen to this recording and your presentation, they'll realize everything that you bring to the table and that it's a necessity to have your program as part of their portfolio. And I thank you for taking the time and doing this with us. I'm going to pull the control back for just a moment, and pardon me just a minute here. I'll finish up with just a few slides as to why some folks will want to do this with us here at Premier. There are several things I think that can come into play that can be very helpful. Electronic contracting, of course, is a big thing. When you look at multiple carriers, you sometimes need a repository of your information. We contract with SureLC, Surance Bay in order to help with that process. In many circumstances, when you work with a big carrier, such as Allstate Health Solutions, we're going to use some direct links to make certain that we can expedite the contracting process as well. We do offer discounted E&O for qualified agents. What makes you a qualified agent? Well, you have a contract with us, but this is a program you own, so it's not like being added to a blanket E&O for just one carrier. This is something that will satisfy this requirement that insurance companies have of you as an independent agent to make certain that any potential liability is covered. We do also offer discounted continuing education packages through our association with WebCE to make certain that your license stays in play, and you have an opportunity to add to your own benefit package through a modified guarantee issue disability income program on yourself, on which you're paid a commission. Much as where today's presentation is being recorded and will be available on our website and on our YouTube channel, past presentations have been made available in that same fashion as well. And you'll find that this will give you a way to merge both the information like what you had today with Allstate Health Solutions, having the information about their programs, and then where do you go in the community to make that work, or how do you market yourself? So there are a number of different programs out there that can be very helpful for you, available 24/7 through our library of past presentations. One of the things that we do offer in the vernacular of J.J. Walker on television, UGG, is a free access to Medicare Center. And this is a program that helps you in many different ways, including access to multiple quoting engines powered by Connexure, Sunfire, and CSG. This is where you would go into for the quoting engine that Craig referenced a little bit earlier, but it gives you then the opportunity to provide side-by-side plan comparisons for Medicare Advantage, PDP, MedSup programs, and keeps you compliant because you have the collection of the scopes of appointment through various means, and it stores for you those scopes for that 10-year period. It has a contact management system in there, a CRM that you can use to keep abreast of your clients and prospects and other resources as well. But there's been some exciting additions recently, including the capability recently imposed upon the Medicare population of agents serving the Medicare population, probably instigated by all those television commercials where the call recording capability is available through this system, and it will store that as well. It also has a mobile application available now, and also a couple of other things that can be very helpful for you. A microsite, a website is provided for you with a personal URL, and a program in there called Lead Center, where you can purchase leads at a nominal fee to help keep you active and prospecting and selling, plain and simple. So a lot of tools made all available to you without cost to agents contracted with Premier Marketing and our platform partners to make certain that we're providing that back office support that can help you throughout the year. We do also make certain that you realize what all you are being compensated for and how you're being compensated. So we have a page on our website That gives you information on carrier incentives and how that may help you qualify for trips offered by the different carriers, and how you can qualify for premier incentive programs as well, and different tools to get you in front of folks. So you can cold call for MedSup. You can cold call for dental, vision, hearing programs. You can't for MA or PDP programs, but we can get you a contact list, butt it up against do not call should you choose to prospect in that fashion. We also offer different programs to help you be effective in community-based programs. So the joys of working retail through Walmart or through a carrier-sponsored activity. We want to make certain that we can maximize the return on your investment, not only of dollars, but of your time in such a setting, and help you work with faith-based organizations and providers in the community to market and cover folks as well. Some carriers do generate prospects for you. You see that in many cases with some of the Medicare Advantage or PDP programs. We want to make certain that we keep you in tune with those opportunities and with internet lead programs through social media. We have a program that we'll discuss in just a second very briefly. We do offer direct mail support and a T65 locator and a referral program to refresh your mindset as to, I'm going to take this one lead and going quasi-biblical on you. I'm going to send it forth and we're going to multiply it. And that is done by the use of referrals. That mail program is a discount program based on production. You have two ways of qualifying, through health programs and through final expense. So it drives down the cost of those mailings and helps you, enables you to do so on a consistent basis, because that's where you see the best results. And we do so through preferred lead vendors, where we vet their systems and the correspondence they send out for you to not only maximize your leads and get them back quickly to you, but also to help you stay compliant. We have additional programs through one of our partners that also gives you access to direct mail that has come back, never been touched, still fresh, available for you for purchase on a single lead or however many are available in an area, because that does vary from time to time, the availability and the costs. These numbers that are here are as expensive as I have seen these leads. So you have an opportunity to pay a nominal fee this way as well and fill your calendar. Internet leads are Facebook based. We have a program for both final expense and for Medicare. One thing about internet leads is there are a microwave response. You can get some responses back very quickly, but they expect a response back that way as well. So one word of caution perhaps is, if you do engage in internet leads, be prepared to act very, very quickly with them. The T65 locator is another JJ Walker type of tool that's available to you free, where you download this program on your smartphone or on your desktop. You register, they verify that you have a contract with us, and it gives you an opportunity to plot out where different individuals are in the market that you are pursuing. So if you have stacked appointments in a particular area, one cancels, this is a great way for you to be able to locate people geographically and take advantage of the opportunity to market in what might otherwise be lost time. A great tool made available to you. That referral system is not just for the sales process. Sometimes it works so well we forget to ask, which is a big thing with referrals, but it is also an important key component in how you communicate with your current book of business, because they may be satisfied with their program, happy with your service, but they may know other individuals that you can help based on their experience with you as well. So we say all this and we do all this because we want your business. We want to be referable for you. We want you to work with programs such as Allstate Health Solutions in order to make certain that you can add a key component to your personal marketing plan and do it quickly. Keep in mind, when you contract with a Medicare supplement company, even with one that we've talked about today that has so many different components to it, you can get into this very quickly. There's no certification for it. So we can contract, move forward quickly, and as John Wayne said in the movie The Cowboys, we can slap a piece of bacon in that biscuit, saddle up, let's ride, because we're burning daylight. This gives us the opportunity to market with a key partner in one of the most hectic of marketing times in the annual election period, but it is a program you market year round. Keep in mind, Medicare supplements are not subject to lock-in themselves. There may be different key times where you have to do underwriting, or depending upon the state, maybe it's a birthday state or an anniversary state, so you can market differently throughout the year. But it's something that you can do now, because let's face it, we're halfway through, and the time of this recording, nearly halfway through the month of October. We still have the rest of the year to deal with so much focus on 2023. If you're active in the Medicare Advantage arena or Medicare Part D programs, keep in mind you sell them during the annual election period. You don't get paid until next year. Med Sups pay when they are issued. So let's take advantage of this and make it part of our overall program. So checking really quickly, Craig did a very good job on being thorough. We don't have any questions on the systems. We're doing okay with everything else. At this point in time, I want to thank you for taking time to view our presentation. For those of you that have done business with Premier in the past, I thank you for that business. We hope to deepen and enrich that relationship. For those of you considering us moving forward, thank you for that opportunity. We'll do our best to serve you as well as anyone in the industry. And of course, I want to thank you for making use of your most valuable component, and that's your time, by watching this presentation. So until we are able to visit with you again, I wish you good selling. Thanks so very much. We'll talk to you soon.